A biochemistry degree usually lasts 3 years, during which time you will learn many transferable and useful skills needed for a career after university, such as practical and lab skills, analytical and numeracy skills, and teamwork. At the end of your studies, you will have a background understanding of biology, chemistry, maths, and IT. Some of the key subject areas covered during your degree are cell biology and signalling, genetics and DNA, the structure and function of molecules, enzymology, proteins and membranes, microbiology and viruses, disease mechanisms, and metabolism. This is a first-year biochemistry practical, which is designed to provide an introduction to enzymology, which is the study of enzymes, and spectroscopy, a method used to determine enzyme activity. The students are monitoring enzyme activity based on different concentrations of a substrate. This specific substrate is not detectable with a spectrometer alone, but the product formed from enzyme activity is. The amount of product produced directly correlates to the wavelength absorption of the spectrometer. The students measure the absorption over a period of time at different concentrations of substrate to assess enzyme activity. This second-year practical builds on the skills learnt in first year. It uses the enzyme assay skills to analyse enzyme inhibition and the kinetics behind this, and how the enzymes combine two substrates instead of just one. It also enables more independent study. You actually get to design your own experiments in this practical, which gives you a sense of independence. As you progress through your degree, you find that you continue to build upon the skills you learnt in previous years, which prepares you for your career.
Second year is a lot harder than first year in terms of the level of work and how much you have to do. But because biochemistry is such a diverse degree, it's good because you get to choose your modules, what you're interested in, and specialise a bit more. It's also good because you get to live off campus, maybe in town or Oldfield Park. So there's a lot more freedom, you feel more independent and in control of your learning. University of Bath was the best choice for me. It's the perfect size, it's in a beautiful location, and just the choice of the modules, what you're able to do, it's where I needed to be to do my degree.
Some universities, including the University of Bath, offer you the opportunity to undergo a professional placement as part of your degree. This involves studying at university for your first 2 years, then working in industry for your third year, and returning to university for your fourth and final year. A placement year gives you a great opportunity to develop the personal skills required in employment, as well as finding out more about the professional world and where you ultimately wish to fit into it.
Hello, I'm Kimberly and I went on placement to MedImmune in Cambridge, where I worked in the oncology department. And my placement involved getting a new piece of kit called the Image Stream up and running, and it basically takes pictures, fluorescent pictures of cells, and I developed loads of assays on that to image macrophages in the context of tumour biology. And I really enjoyed my placement. I got to work with some really, really nice people, and it was pivotal in my decision to do a PhD. And so I thoroughly recommend it to anyone that wants to do it.
Hello, my name is Amy and I'm a final year biochemist at the University of Bath. I've chosen to study biochemistry because I'm really fascinated in how our bodies work at the very smallest levels, from the proteins and the genes. And I chose to study at the University of Bath because they have a fantastic placement scheme that allows you to do real research in a laboratory, and you get to interact with top level scientists as well. So that was an amazing experience. I really love biochemistry for the reasons I've mentioned. You get to find out what is happening in our cells every day, and it's fascinating how it works beautifully most of the time. And then it's also fascinating to study when it goes wrong. For example, in genetic diseases, in cancer, and in bacterial and viral diseases as well. For my final year project, because I'm interested in cell signalling, so this explains how cells can communicate and talk to each other, I'm going to be studying a pathway within plant cells. And this